Hi everyone, I'm here with a quick review of the Losi Mini JRXT. I had ordered one of these when they were announced, and they were originally doing the production of these, but mine ended up getting stolen by a porch pirate. So kind of talked about that in my old face reveal video. But I did manage to find one on eBay, and as you can see, I've been really enjoying this truck. It's a little bit beat up. Some people are gonna be a little bit spaghetti about that because it is a limited edition truck, but in my opinion, RC cars are meant to be driven, so I'm driving mine. This is based on the Losi Mini JRX2, which is the, I believe, 16 scale, 18 scale buggy. This is obviously the truck version, and comparing the two right off the bat, I do really like the truck version. I did not like the buggy version too much. The truck version I think is a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more usable, bigger and more suspension travel, bigger wheels, and I just like the look of the body a little bit better as well. The only thing that's a shame about the body is, and some of the parts is, they're kind of limited in whether or not you can find them. Some of the parts are shared with the buggy, but I believe the chassis is longer, so the chassis is unique, and the body mounts, those are going to be unique as well. But you can see the transmission and all that is all pretty much the same standard micro spectrum servo, 2-in-1 ESC receiver, and then comes with a 600 milliamp hour hard pack 2S LiPo. I have a 800 milliamp hour in there right now, but the stock battery still works pretty well. It has that famous 5-link rear suspension, just like the buggy. All plastic construction, other than the chassis, of course, which I think is fiberglass, something like that. The body comes off with 4 little clips, but I'm not really going to take the body off because there's not really much to see under there. It's pretty much the same as the buggy, so if you've seen the buggy, you've pretty much seen this. The wheels are pin drive, just like the buggy, but they are pretty soft and they do feel like they're foam filled, so that's nice. The pin spike design does mean they're going to wear out pretty fast, but it is what it is. You can get clear versions of this body, though it is fairly expensive, and they do not come with window masks, which is something a lot of people have been complaining about. But I think I will eventually get a clear body for this and then paint up my own body. It comes with the Junior's Choice motor. It's a much smaller motor than you'll see in other 16 scale or 18 scale vehicles. It is a brushed motor, and because of its smaller size, it's going to be fairly slow. I don't know if a 380 motor will fit in there, but if it does, that would be a nice little upgrade. Nice little JRX2 motor plate there. It doesn't say JRXT on the motor plate, it's just reusing the same one from the buggy. Little Lexan dust cover for the spur gear. And then the one unique part is the motor mount does have the number on it, so you can see mine is number, will it zoom, will it focus, number 1034 out of 5000. So pretty neat little truck. I think it would have been cooler if they released this as a regular release after the initial limited edition version, maybe in like different color schemes or something, similar to what they did with the Mini T 2.0 limited edition. They did a few limited edition versions with a special body for those, and then regular bodies for the general production. So I think that something like that would have been pretty neat, but we are kind of stuck with the limited edition nature of this truck. But we'll get it driving a little bit. I know this review is a little bit more impromptu than my usual reviews and videos, but my hobby room is kind of a mess right now, as is my life currently. So these one-shot camera reviews make it so that I will be able to get something out to you guys rather than nothing like I have been doing. But here's a quick little size comparison. Here's the Losi Mini LMT 1/18 scale monster truck. Pretty similar size. And then here it is next to the Arma Granite Grom. So pretty similar size as well. The body's gonna be much bigger because it is a 16th scale. Wheelbase is gonna be slightly longer as well, but it is lighter than both of these trucks because there's not much going on. It's 2-wheel drive. The Grom is fairly dense because it is a bastard truck, and then the LMT is a little bit lighter. I think the Grom is actually the most dense out of these three. The transmitter is the same SLT transmitter you get with the buggy, as well as a lot of the other Horizon Hobby RTRs these days. But let's see how this thing runs. One thing that it does suffer from is a little bit of wiggle at speed, going backwards. So kind of want to control that, but you see it plows through grass fairly well, even this thick stuff. That 5-link suspension design really helps get through a lot of rough terrain, and it doesn't bog down too bad, which is nice. Even though it does look like it's bogging down, it's just not very quick to begin with. It looks a little bit quicker on camera because I'm fairly low to the ground right now. I'm crouching. Oop, caught the edge of the lawn. But it's not slow to the point where it's going to be unenjoyable to drive. And the lightweight nature of the truck does mean, even with the smaller motor, it does have, you can see it has decent torque, decent punch, get up and go. It'll still do jumps fairly well. Oops, if I can line up properly. It's not gonna jump cars or do crazy skate park tricks or anything like that, but I don't think that's what this is really meant for. If anything, it's more like a scale model of a scale model. Most people are gonna just set this on their shelf and kind of look at it, reminisce on the old days of RC. So the fact that it even drives at all, I think, is more than satisfactory for most owners of this truck. I don't think this is a truck that you'll get someone that's really into bashing or RC racing or anything like that, but for a fun little backyard driver, especially if you're into more of the vintage style trucks, it's gonna be a fun little truck to drive. It's a little stuck on the deep stuff right there. And I also really like that this is still a 2-wheel drive truck. There is something really fun about driving a lightweight 2-wheel drive truck, and with most RCs going 4-wheel drive nowadays, it's really hard to find 2-wheel drive vehicles. For the most part, the only 2-wheel drive vehicles you'll really find are either 2-wheel drive short course trucks like Slashes or Bandits, or like 2-wheel drive buggies, stuff like that. But most everything's going to 4-wheel drive now, which is fine. It's fun, especially for a beginner. But being able to kind of slide through dirt and stuff, use a little throttle control, do little like handbrake turns and stuff, I think can make it really, really fun to drive. Especially at this small scale, it's hard to find anything 2-wheel drive really. So I really appreciate Losi doing a lot of these mini vehicles, like the LMT, the Mini B, Mini T 2.0, JRXT. But that's my quick little impromptu review of the Mini JRXT by Losi. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, subscribe, all the good stuff. And as always, I hope everyone has a great day and have fun with RC.